Mona Lisa, my Joe Mona Lisa. Can I have a chocolate?
Ooh, Baroa.
Yeah.
Beggar.
Oh, wow.
Beggar.
This thing might be straight. Auntie, it's tilting. You look lopsided. Is that your wife? Oh,
Nope.
No.
Hello, Easter Bunny.
And turn off the TV if your head hurts. And just sleep.
Hello, Bunny.
Just kiss the bunny. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Oh, you need help for real, for real.
Would you like one? Okay.
Put it in the plate. I mean, I saw his head hurt.
Can you close the door? Tiana, clean your room. Oh, no response. See that?
Ooh.
Tiana, you gonna clean your room or not? That's some good stuff. Good stuff. Eggs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's little.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Life Chat with Effie's Bubble. Welcome to Wine Wednesday. My name is Ruth, aka y'all know who I am, right? Anyway, I'm happy to be here today. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos. I know I'm like the new kid on the block because I'm back. And again, I'm thankful for being here. It's a journey and I'm still journeying. And you know, that's somebody, that person who is, what can I say, a work in progress? Yeah, that's who I am. Anyway, again, thank you again for being here. I want to say I'm very, very thankful. This week has been a long week. And the best of the best weeks because my son was sick for a while. He's fully recovered. We, hit a few bumps. And I thank you to all. I want to thank all my clients who stayed on board with me. I'm sorry for the canceled Zoom meetings. I had a lot of ER visits to make. My baby was, in and out of hospital, and we are fully recovered. We got the mass taken care of. It is not gonna regrow, but I will talk about that soon. Maybe down the road, maybe a couple of weeks from now. But today, I'm here to talk about business registration. I've been asked about my clients a lot of them. Why is it important to have a business that is registered? Number one, a business that is registered through the Secretary of State is very important because it is legal. And once you have a registered business, funding, I'm not saying it's easy, but it gets easier down the road because it is legit. Nobody is going to go look for Ruth and Barry. They're going to go look for Brickshare Consulting Farm, or they're going to go look for Effie's Bubble because those are my registered businesses. And in my experience, without a registered business, even a bank account is hard to sustain because you can say you have a business. The bank that you want to open an account with, they need all the paperwork for your registered business. If you don't have that, you can have an account. Again, I have gotten funding through my credit union using my registered businesses. And funding doesn't mean that it's funding for, yeah, I got funding, now I can go splurge the money. No. The business, when it's new for me, I experienced a lot of, hurdles here and there because I was new in the market. And I have a very good finance person in my bank who guided me through all the steps that I needed to take, and not to be in a rush to get all the funding, grants, and all those things, because once you establish your business and you're new in the game, it's like a new homeowner or a first-time buyer. You get all those perks for, low interest rates. Everybody wants to meet you and give you all the money. However, it doesn't mean you take everything that is offered to you, and registering a business gives you a good setting and a successful company. Because when I tell people, hey, go to Macy's, they know Macy's. It's been in the business for a long time. But if I tell them go to a mom and pop store, the first thing they're like, okay, so who is the store? Myself, I go to Google. I'll be like, let me Google this store, or let me Google best steamed shrimp near me. If the name or the business doesn't come up, I'm not going to come to you. And I learned that in the early, business journey that I had. It's business 101. I was in business school. These are things I knew I needed to do. But it kind of took time for me to do that because I was like, well, registering a business, in my head, I was like, it requires money. It's not expensive. It's about a couple of $100s. And once you do that, it goes on the SEOs, which is the search engines. Google is one of them. And it's easier to find you as a business. It's easy for people to tap into your business because it's there, it's registered, it's not fake. And the other good thing about having a registered business is when you run into issues, like let's say, as a business owner, if someone comes to me and they're like, I need consulting for opening a new business, or I need a new shea butter that has whatever ingredients. When I sell it to them, or when any company sells a product to an individual, if something is wrong with the product, they're not going to come to you personally. They're going to go for the business. You have to learn how to separate the two. And I tell my clients all the time, it's not about, having your name tied to your business. You've got to separate those two. You're married, married little or married temporarily because it's your business, but you don't want your name in the business. As far as when people come for the business, they're not coming for you. They're coming for the business that sold whatever merchandise they bought. It's like when you buy something on Amazon and you have to return the item. You don't go for whoever owns Amazon or whoever owns whatever they sold to you. You go for their business. You return it to the business, not Jane or John or Ruth or Peter. And then the other thing about having a registered business, it's a good step to take because as an entrepreneur, it protects your personal assets. You don't want your name in the, out in the streets. Oh, I bought shoes from Jane or from Ruth. The sole broke on the second day. No, they're going to be like, the company that sold me the shoe is this. The company is this, and that. Because if somebody was to sue you, you don't want to get tied up in a lawsuit. It's the company, not you. Second of all, if you're going to take loans for your company, you don't want to take them in your name. The registered company is who you put on the business loan, on the application, on whatever you need for your business. Because if I put my name for my business loans and something happens, I'm going down. But you don't want that. You want the company primarily on the loan and not you as an individual. And it's a good step. You establish a relationship with a lot of the banks, the people out there, rather the clients that you have your people that come to you and ask, so how long have you been in business? When did you establish your business? When did you become, a company? They're not going to ask you, when were you born? No. When did you start your business? That is all they want to know. I've been asked a lot of questions about when I started my company, why I started my company, and when I got registered. So all I tell people is, hey, here's my information. I have Effie's Bubble, which is my skincare. I have Brickshare Consulting. Go look it up online. It's a registered business. Because if somebody says, I went to Brickshare Consulting firm and I needed assistance on FMLA or HR or compliance, or let's say even writing a contract, I have people who work with me. They're not going to say, hey, Ruth's company, yes, it's my company, but the company provided a service. So the review doesn't come to me as an individual. It goes to the company as a whole. And I've had a lot of my clients who are, but my child has a lemonade stand, or my daughter makes bracelets. I'm like, if it's a legit company, go ahead and register the company. If you need to talk to somebody in the registration office, you do that. Because if you need more information on that particular issue, there are tons of people who will help you. And another thing is where I've run into issues with my clients coming to me, hey, I've had an issue with events or a brand. For you to protect your brand, you've got to have a registered company. Because if, as a consultant, I'm going to fight for your company, it's you and the company. You bring the issue to me regarding your company, not the other way around. Your company is not going to sue you because you own the company. So I've had issues where I've had to call the BBB, the Better Business Bureau, on behalf of my customers, because they've run into issues where either somebody tried to take their name for of their company, or where they've had issues with bad reviews for a synonym for their company which doesn't belong to them at all. The beauty of having, I can't even emphasize enough the beauty of having a registered company. It is you as an individual who owns the company. The company doesn't own you. And when you have a registered company, when you want to sell your stocks or shares, you're not selling half of you. It's the company. If somebody wants to come for your company, they're not coming for you as an individual. If someone says, hey, I want to buy stocks at Effie's Bubble, they're not coming for Ruth. They're going for Effie's Bubble. That's a whole different entity. We are married, but not married at the same time. We are together in the relationship. I guess I would put it that way. And then when you have a registered company, there is more visibility, there's more trust. You build your brand with your company. Yes, you are who you are as an individual because you own the company, but as far as business registration, it is the brand, not the individual. And when you're selling your brand or your items, you're selling it for the company and not the individual for who you are. And when you run into issues with the government and taxes, you want to file your taxes like you're supposed to. And when you run into issues, again, they're not going to come for the individual. They're going to go for the company. The company did not file taxes. I file taxes as a head of household. You file taxes for your company, or your company files taxes for the company. So I file taxes as Ruth Barry, and Brickshare and Effie's Bubble files taxes as a company. We are an entity, but we have two different heads. I'm the head of household, and my companies are the head of households in their entities as well. And also, you want a thriving business. Again, I've run into issues. Man, I can't even tell you how many problems or issues I've run into as far as, when I go to the market, people are like, oh, I bought something from such and such company. I cannot find them online. I cannot return. And I laugh. I'm like, I'm not perfect, but I try to do everything I can to make sure I meet my customers' needs, satisfaction guaranteed. I have issues with people who run business that are not legit. I go to the markets a lot. I do a lot of networking. these are issues also as business people we run into. But I'm not saying people sometimes do this maliciously. When you do not know, you don't know. But when it's a repeated offense, you become, a habitual offender. You want to keep selling stuff, not the legit way or the right way, because if someone wants to return or reach out to you for a good or bad review, they can't find you anywhere. I've seen companies where they've registered in so many names or under so many names. It's the same company, but it's like every year they renew their registration. It's a different name, but it's the same people, just a different name, same company. And, that is unattractive. For me, it's the integrity of it. You want to run a business and have a company that has repeat customers, repeat offenders. That's what I call my people, my customers. And I'm happy every time somebody calls me, they're like, hey, I want to reorder, a lip gloss or a shea butter or a scrub, whatever it is that they want. I don't take it lightly because I represent my brand. And I don't want people to, say, oh, she has such a very, such a bad company. I want people to say, her company is legit. I might not sell what Burger King or some other company sells, but I'm legit, and I wanted to stay that way. And the crazy part is, I had one client that said, I didn't know about business registration because every time I go, to restaurants, there's a lot of chain restaurants together. You'll go somewhere, you'll find so many fast food restaurants or so many stores, in the same strip mall or in the same shopping center. And I'm like, everybody that runs that business is registered. So for you not to register your business because you're scared of competition, you're scared of the market, you've got to stand out in your own way. You could sell the same product that I sell, but yours has something different and better. I could sell the same thing as, the person next to me, but mine has something yours doesn't have. So the pie is big enough for everybody. So please, please, please make sure your business is registered. Make sure you follow the right channels. It doesn't take much to register a business. Your Secretary of State is your number one person to go to. Before you register your business, go to Business Lookup. Make sure your name or the name of the business that you want to establish and register is not taken by somebody else. And if it's taken, you just have to tweak it a little bit and form your LLC. And when you're registering your business, register as an LLC. An LLC is so different from a sole proprietorship. That is another issue I've run into with my clients. They're like, oh, I registered my business as a single proprietorship a few years ago. Why do I have so many issues? As a small business, you still want to register it as an LLC. It's a corporation. And I hate to call it a small business because your dream and your vision is bigger than, what people say. Oh, it's a small business. It is a small business on paper and, however they look at it. But your dream and your vision is bigger than that of a small business. Protect yourself, protect your assets, give your business a legal status. And, with registration, you'll be able to register for, even government grants, not just from the bank, just grants that are out there that people are getting. You can get them, get the grants, get the money to grow your business. Be in a position to have that business that is registered so you're able to pay yourself as the business owner because you're working your business. You're not working for your business. You're working your business. You want to grow your business. You don't want to have a dormant, business that is not growing. When I started my business, oh my God, I was so frustrated because I'm like, why is it not growing? But there are steps that people take. Registering the business was one of them because you go on Google, I'm there. I go on Google, I find, every other business that someone has told me, hey, I have a business, this is what I do. It's on Google. You'll find just because, again, the business is registered, it's not an overnight success, y'all. It's not. My businesses are still growing. I'm still growing my businesses, and every day I learn something new. I learn a new marketing skill. I learn how to, pitch something for, or rather pitch a speech that I need for a grant or a meeting that I've been called and they need an HR person. Just because my business is registered doesn't mean that, oh, it's the best of the best. To me, it is, but it's still growing. Everybody's business is not everybody's baby. My business is my baby. I give my business my all. And, for running a business, man, it's no joke. It is not an easy task because my dad always told me, rather, my parents always told me, if your dreams are not big enough to scare you, man, they're not big enough. You need to dream more, have a bigger vision. My background, I come from, my dad was a banker all my life. Well, yeah. And my mom was an entrepreneur. Still is. They're both retired. Now my dad and my mom work together. I mean, what I have learned from them it's amazing to see them. They're older now. They're enjoying their pension. They're enjoying their younger days of whatever they earned in their younger days is what they're enjoying now. They travel globally. They've showed us how to save. They've taught us how to save. They've taught us how to, how to start a business. And, even when you're stuck, it doesn't mean that you give up or you stop. First thing I used to ask, why is the picture of the president in the shop? Or why does it say business registration? I didn't know what that was when I was younger. Now I know the meaning because my mom used to say, oh, every year you have to go renew the businesses. I'm like, oh, well, okay. But now I know that without a registered business, things can go south very quickly. I've run into those issues where I've had clients, we've been to court because I don't want to say my clients are not, they're not naive. Sometimes if you don't know, you don't know. But once, you make that mistake where you are running a business, is not registered, to them, they look at it as not a legit business. I could buy a pair of jeans from you, it rips. I'm like, hey, I wasn't happy with the purchase. Can you take it back? And you don't, but your business is not registered. You're marketing your business, but it's not registered. So where do I return the merchandise? Who do they come for? They come for you as an individual. That means they could come for your house. They could come for if you have a job, they can, whatever it is that you have to do to separate yourself and the business, you do that. And the first step is to register your business. You've got to make your business a legit business. Because, for me, I don't thrive in chaos. Meaning, when things are crazy, I shut down. But when it comes to my business, when things are crazy, meaning like, crazy for me is like when I have many phone calls, many Zoom meetings, that's a good crazy. That makes me thrive because I'm like, I've got to meet my deadlines. I've got to meet my clients halfway, or even an hour, 2 hours into the meeting. If it's an extra, whatever needs to be done, I'll do it. However, chaos for me, I will not thrive when I know I didn't do the right thing, or I was supposed to do this for my business, it didn't get done. Man, let me tell y'all, me and the law, hey, I don't want to break the law. I don't want them to come for me. So I will do what it takes. And I've had clients who I have even told, we've got to resolve your issues by, you either have to dissolve what you have now and reopen. You've got to go to your Secretary of State, explain your case, whatever you have to do, do it. I'd rather you do that than keep running into issues because it costs more money. It costs more court fees, more lawyer fees. Sometimes your business is not even making enough money to have those kinds of fees run into the business or take from you. So please, I cannot emphasize enough. Make sure you register your business. Even if the business is slow, even if it seems like you're not making money, registration is once a year. once a year. In the beginning, it could be like maybe $150, $200, depending on the state that you live in. I consult for a lot of states and globally as well. Every country, every state has its own nuances. So once a year, if you had to pay $200 or $300, is better than you getting court fees, legal fees, attorney fees. I mean, you don't need all that drama. If you can, please, I need for you to register your business. Don't open a business or don't run a business if it's not registered. I've been to a lot of meetings where, like the NSBA, that's the National Small Business Association, where we've run into people come and say, hey, I have a small business. A small business, it was doing good, but I cannot get grants. We're like, is your business registered? They're like, no. You're making 6 figures, 7 figures, but it comes to a stop because you run into those issues where you're always in court because you did something, it wasn't legit. Again, please, I cannot emphasize enough. Register your business. I don't care if you're selling this straw. If someone buys this straw, they drink out of it and they're like, it tasted funny. That made my stomach, sick, or the straw cut my tongue, and they want to return it. Who do they come for? They'd rather come for the company than come for you. When they start coming for your assets, it is not pretty. It is not cute. It's so much trouble, so much drama. You don't need it. People might tell you, oh, but it's just a small business. Nobody has to know. Just market it on social media. Y'all, they're coming for y'all. They're going to come for you and everything you got, because guess what? It's not legal. Register your business. Run a legit registered business. You will grow. You will develop. You want repeat customers. If they can't find you, they can't come back. If you keep re-registering your business under a different name every year, my dude or my gal, please, you got this wrong. You got this. It's wrong, because you're gonna incur things that you don't need in your life. I love being peaceful, but if I'm gonna run into some trouble with the federal law, because that is who governs all this, the businesses, that's the money people. Your taxes, you cannot file taxes under a business that is not registered. Go ahead and do it at your own risk. Don't say I told you, because I know people do it. But you will run into issues that you do not need. You want to apply for credit cards. What name are you going to use, yours or the company? You want credit for your company. You want a Dun & Bradstreet number that builds your company credit. If your company is not registered, you can't have one. I don't want my name on the Dun & Bradstreet. I want my company on it. That way, when I need a grant from Amazon or Walmart or, Chase, anybody, I will get it under my name, not under I will get it under my business name, not my official name, and registering a business is important. It's not hard. It is not hard. It is once a year. Get it done. Get it right. And if your business has been running for some time, it is essential. It is essential for you to have it registered. If it's been a month, 2 months, 3 months, get it done. Get it out the way, because you don't want to sell stuff that will make people come for you. Come for your assets, come for your house, come for your paycheck, come for your car, come for whatever you own. Again, just do it. Do the right thing. And if you're new to my channel, I'm gonna, let you do what you need to do. Hit the subscribe button. Come back, visit, ask questions, leave your comments down below. You know, let's grow together, let's network together. And on my channel, I'll talk about a lot of things: lifestyle, business, parenting. I like to grow and I like to network. I'm not perfect and I'm a work in progress as well. Whatever topics you want us to discuss, we can do it. We can all go live. We can sit here. We can wine. We don't promote alcoholism. I could be drinking a mojito. I could be drinking lemonade. But, or both. LOL. Wine yourself. Wind down. Take time for yourself, for your business. Learn the steps. Learn the growth. Be patient with yourself and your business. Don't let anybody come and give you false information. If you're not sure, look for a consultant or go online and look for it. Or just simply go to the business office in your county or your city or your country, wherever you're located. Let somebody help you. Don't let anybody tell you, hey, it's easier done this way. Y'all gonna get lefted. No, don't be dodgy. Be straight up. Be legit. Where you say your business is. Yes, I think I've whined enough. I'm thirsty, y'all. Hold on. Anywho. Oh, and I know you all said this chocolate. It's not a promotion. I'm just a lover of Lindt. Lindt. Wink, wink. I see y'all. But I love this chocolate, though. It's a seasonal item. I got it from Costco. Costco, I'm not promoting y'all, again. But this is the only place I can find the big bag. And I think this is the last of it. I have kids, and I think they enjoyed themselves. And, again, thank you so much for tuning in, for staying with me. Let's grow together. Let's network. I will see you again next week on Wine Wednesday. Guess what? It's going to be a surprise video. I won't even tell you what it's going to be about.